Let's talk about something many of us feel after hitting 50. You ever just feel a little off, but you can't quite put your finger on why? Well, it could have something to do with your blood pressure, but maybe not in the way you're thinking. Today, we're going to dive into the really natural shifts our bodies go through and how we can support them with some gentle care instead of, hitting the panic button.
You know that feeling of being rushed even when you have all the time in the world? Or maybe you stand up a little too fast and the room does a little spin? That's not just you. That's actually your body talking to you, sending little signals about the subtle and totally normal changes happening inside as we get a little older.
And one of the biggest changes is that our blood pressure system becomes a lot more, reactive. It doesn't mean it's always high or always low. It just means it responds more, shall we say, dramatically to everyday things. Like a stressful meeting, a really salty dinner, or even just a cold, blustery day. This sensitivity, it's a completely natural part of how our bodies adapt over time.
I like to think of our cardiovascular system like a really dependable, well-loved car. When it was brand new, it was super flexible. It bounced back from anything. After 50, it's still running beautifully, but it has to work just a little bit harder. And it's more sensitive to, say, the quality of the fuel we put in it. It's a sign of a life well lived, definitely not a sign of a problem.
So what's actually going on in there? Well, a few things. Our arteries, which are usually super bendy, can get a little stiffer. That just means the heart has to pump a bit more forcefully to get the blood moving. Then you throw in some hormonal shifts, changes in stress hormones or everything that comes with menopause, and that can affect how our blood vessels relax. It all adds up to a system that's just a bit more delicate and needs an extra second to adjust to things, like standing up quickly.
So this might surprise you, but those higher readings on the blood pressure cuff aren't always about some huge lifestyle issue. A lot of the time, it's the small, everyday stuff that has the biggest effect, even if you feel totally healthy. Let's dig into some of these hidden triggers. Our bodies are just constantly reacting to what's going on around us and inside of us. It's pretty amazing, really. Something as simple as not drinking enough water can cause a temporary spike. Same with a rough night's sleep, a stressful day at work, or even just some minor aches and pains. These are all normal short-term reactions. They're just signs that your body is working hard to keep everything in balance.
Now, we hear all the time about the dangers of high blood pressure, right? But it is just as important to pay attention to the other side of the coin, low blood pressure. That feeling of being a bit faint or weak, that's not always a sign of high pressure. In fact, a lot of the time, it can be the complete opposite.
You ever have one of those days where you feel totally drained, even if you slept pretty well? It might not just be that you're tired. These moments of low blood pressure are surprisingly common after 50, and the symptoms can be so subtle that we just brush them off as, I'm just getting older.
So here are the key things to look out for. Feeling dizzy or lightheaded, especially when you pop up too quickly. A general feeling of weakness or fatigue. And even having cold hands and feet can be a sign. Often, these are just clues that your body is a little dehydrated or it's taking a beat longer to adjust when you change your posture. Honestly, sometimes a simple glass of water can make all the difference.
Okay, so we know what's happening and why. Now for the most important part. What can we do about it? And the good news is, supporting our heart health doesn't have to be some big, complicated thing. It really is all about building simple, gentle habits into our daily routine. Let's walk through some of the most effective ones.
These 6 habits, they look simple, but when you do them consistently, they build a really powerful foundation for a healthy heart. Staying hydrated is number 1. A daily walk keeps those arteries flexible. Lighter, low-salt meals are just easier on your whole system. Good sleep, that's when your body repairs itself. Taking a few moments to just breathe and relax can calm your entire nervous system. And finally, routine. Our bodies, especially our hearts, they love predictability. It's these small, consistent actions that add up to really big results.
I want you to think of yourself as a detective for your own body, not a worrier. The goal here isn't to obsess over every little number or feeling. It's to just calmly observe the patterns your body is showing you over time. This kind of mindful awareness, that's the key to understanding what your body really needs.
And the magic word here is patterns. Is that high reading a one-off after a stressful day, or is it starting to become a regular thing? Is that dizzy spell a rare occurrence, or does it happen every single time you stand up? Are you feeling a kind of tired that's just new and different for you? It's all about telling the difference between a temporary little hiccup and a new, consistent pattern that's trying to tell you something. And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? These signals from your body, they're not there to scare you. They're gentle little prompts, just asking you to pay a little closer attention and maybe offer up a bit more support. This is exactly what mindful awareness is all about. It's about being a curious, compassionate observer of your own body. And when you approach your health with that kind of mindset, you're not just trying to avoid problems, you are actively building a foundation for a vibrant, healthy life for many, many years to come.
So I'll leave you with this question. This doesn't have to be some massive life overhaul. Not at all. Maybe it's just deciding to drink 1 extra glass of water today, or taking a 10-minute walk after dinner, or even just taking 5 slow, deep breaths before you go to sleep tonight. What's one simple, gentle change you can start with today?